hated
Oh,
it.
oh yeah. Oh, it's so bright, so warm.
Ah,
Ah,
woo, woo,
brace yourself in the hate.
feeling good. Haters, what's good? How are y'all doing out there? We hope you are doing fantastic. We are doing fantastic. Who are we? Well, we are your latest and greatest, and hopefully your favoriteest wrestling podcast in the land. This is the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I am Billiam, and tonight, kids, we are doing something a little different. Ooh, curveball. So not only are we going to be talking about Saturday night's main events,
Oh,
but I gave you all a little homework a couple days ago, which Kills and I are going to start doing, talking about our match of the week. Now, this
back.
match of the week is going to be old matches. It could be fairly recent matches. It's just going to be matches that we feel are great. We like them for any particular reason. Hidden gems, things that we've forgotten about, people we've forgotten about. There's a lot of good stuff out there,
People the
especially
WWE has forgotten about.
correct, which is a very good segue to our first match. I've been talking about this match for a while, and being
Yeah.
that we're in Royal Rumble season, which,
Yes.
like I said on our vote on our post, that is my favorite event of the year. I love the Royal Rumble. I'm sure it'll be the next one that hits 2 days, but until then, I'm very excited that Netflix has all of the old pay-per-views, like all the old back catalog stuff. So Kills
Everything.
and I have been going through the old Royal Rumbles, and went back to my one of my favorite matches of all time. I am always a sucker for ladder matches. So we throw back to 2001, where Chris
All the way
Jericho,
back. 2001, everybody.
yes,
Go
sir,
back
Chris
in time machine.
Jericho and Chris Benoit in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, obviously, we know why this match is kind of forgotten
Yes.
with one of the Chris's in there just doing some heinous things, but you
Yes.
know, I
Who
I
would
I
who
am
would have
one who can separate art from life
Yes.
and kind of differentiate the two. But before that, Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit had such a fantastic rivalry.
Yes.
They always left it out on the table. They were best friends up until Benoit's demise. But enough about that. Chris Benoit was the defending champion in the Intercontinental Championship match, and the only way they can do it is finish it off in a ladder match. So, Kills, I know this is one of the first times you probably haven't watched it since maybe it originally aired, but please let me know what you think.
Um, you weren't lying when you said that it was, I mean, I see why it is one of your favorite matches. Hey y'all, if you haven't seen this, and Billiam and I can't express enough how wonderful it is that the entire catalog has been opened up. And when I say the entire catalog, I mean two big things. One is that there was a time when the old any WWF logo was blurred out and you couldn't see it. They've for whatever reason, I believe either probably the lawsuit had number whatever the case is, you can see everything unblurred. And when we say everything, there was a time when even if they released things from the past, there was no mention of Chris Benoit. There was nothing. It was you just couldn't do it.
When
Down
they
to the
when they released that big tabletop encyclopedia, they've done it like two or three since then. But the first time they had big pages, big snippets for all these like big superstars. Chris Benoit's was maybe a quarter of the page. I mean, dude won the Royal Rumble at number one. He was a multiple time world champion, intercontinental champion, tag champion. This dude, I mean, he did a real shitty thing, but he was such a good wrestler.
one of the best moments, one of my favorite moments in WWE history, just me personally, is WrestleMania 20. Chris Benoit, after winning that Royal Rumble, coming in at number one, supposed to fight Triple H straight up. Shawn Michaels interferes, so he's got to take on Triple H and Shawn Michaels. He beats them on the same night that Eddie Guerrero is basically hyping him up, and they have this great moment. Confetti's coming down. Chris wins. They're sitting there. They're hugging. Eddie's crying. It's just it's
It's a good moment.
woo. They got the
Yeah.
vapors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this match. Um, I loved it. I'd love to hear like more of your thoughts, and then I'm just gonna like kind of go through some of the notes and just
Yeah,
kind of blast.
definitely.
But I'll basically just hit to the end and just say this was a very excellent match. There was never a dull moment. Prime
Mm-mm.
Jericho and Prime Benoit. Um, I miss like you said, I miss being able to just watch. Well, it's fun to be able to now go back and watch the talents of Benoit in through the libraries for the ones that you can go and see him actually perform. For the people that didn't get to see him perform, that with a Google search you'll see the incredibly bad before anything else. That can just go and appreciate the in ring talents of Chris Benoit. It's great to be in a world where we can watch that again. It's they're not going to celebrate it, but it's available where it wasn't available before,
Correct.
and it's a major win for Jericho at a Big Four. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, spoilers. It's a major win for Jericho at one of the Big Four, and good on you to have this be match of the week.
Yeah, so this was the first singles match since '99, so almost 2 years since the first one-on-one match, and that match was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon. So that wasn't even I wouldn't even really count that as a ladder match.
Nope.
Excuse me.
No
So
worries.
before that, like I mentioned in one of our old posts, go back down in our library and check it out. But one of the first matches that I remember watching is the ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10. So I've always been a sucker for a ladder match. I've always been a fan of Chris Jericho, and this match made me a fan of Benoit. I always remember the chair shot from the suicide dive. Jericho hits Benoit and just stops him in his tracks with the chair.
Yes, bro.
That
I
was the
wrote.
first time, sorry, that was the
No,
first
no, no.
time I saw Jericho put somebody in the walls of Jericho on top of the ladder.
Yes.
Benoit did a diving headbutt off the top of the ladder and legit face planted onto the mat, like because Jericho rolled out of the way. Like so many big like moments that we hadn't seen before. I mean, minus the triangle ladder match at WrestleMania and TLC 1, but like I said, that was three teams of just so six guys just going nuts. But it was just we hadn't seen a one-on-one in quite some time. So these guys let put it all out on the table because they were both trying to prove themselves that they weren't WCW guys anymore either. Because they had just been there for a little over a year, coming up on 2. So they were just kind of proving themselves that like we belong here, and like Jericho just took the belt, and it was just I could watch it every day.
It is a fantastic match. Takes place in New Orleans. It's Jim Ross, Jerry Lawler on commentary because it is a Royal Rumble with the WWF Championship, which was great to see. It's a Canada rivalry. Benoit coming from Edmonton, Alberta. Y2J coming from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I wrote a little note: future Hall of Famer versus should have Hall of Famer. Should have
Fantastic.
been Hall of Famer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just the pacing. I can't stress enough how much I enjoyed the pacing of this match. Being that there was never a dull moment. One of my notes is I made the mistake of trying to order dinner, trying to go down, and it was just every time I went to open the phone to be like, I need to order something. There was something going on. So it was just like,
Oh, good
and so
Lord. Yeah, it's like
I was just like, forget it. I'll just
rewind, rewind.
we're here now. We're here now.
Yep.
And one note I wrote is one ladder the whole time, kids.
Whole
One
time.
ladder. Let me
One
tell you, in a day and age where we've seen like the smallest to the tallest to the Slim Jim ladder to a small ladder for Hornswoggle,
ladder.
one ladder was impressive. But yeah, and last note, I miss or no, I miss. Why I do miss? I forgot how devastating a Benoit chop could look and sound.
Yeah. When they say knife edge chops, that
Woo-hoo!
Benoit was our generation's Ric Flair. His chops were no man, ooh, my chest like
Before you
hurt.
could think to say woo, it was like oh,
Yeah. It was a
like
Wolverine. And just he wrenched. He got Jericho in the crippler crossface, and he wrenched on his back. Jericho's tapping the whole time. His ref's like, I can't do anything, and he's just
right.
wrenching on it. Like, oh man, kids, please, if you haven't done it,
Five
go
star
watch
match.
this match. It's on Netflix. It's the second match, Royal Rumble 2001. Do it.
This was the second match in the Rumble. Um, Rumble had to be good. trying to
Yeah,
remember. I don't.
that was the hardcore Rumble. That was when Stone Cold won his third.
Right.
That's when what was it? Al Snow or Raven brought in a bunch of weapons. So it was the hardcore Royal Rumble. Kane eliminated like 11 people. At
Right.
one point, The Undertaker and Kane were like wrecking house because they teamed up in the Royal. It was the whole show was great.
The whole thing is crazy. Yeah, the whole thing is
Yeah.
crazy.
But match of the week, Jericho Benoit, IC title ladder match, Royal Rumble 2001.
Match of the week. All right.
Now, let's get to current times to
Current
talk about
time.
some Saturday night's main events.
Friday night's main event came to us from Montreal, Canada.
It was
Uh,
like like minus 13 when the show started.
it was pretty friggin' cold, from what I understand. It was pretty friggin' cold. Um, we start off with we got a Jacob Fatu entrance. Well, coming out, and he's he has this great line. I went from EBT to WWE. Yeah, what I mean?
Hmm. He's getting better and better.
Great. So that brings us to our first match between Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. It's Jacob Fatu comes out. He's in the ring. Cody Rhodes comes out. He's rocking the mask again. Big fanfare. Comes to the ring, and before he can hit that second, wah, Fatu kicks him, and a brawl starts. Senior referee Charles Robinson trying to get in the middle. He gets knocked over, and basically, Billiam, we get a big street fight up and down the arena, back into the
Yeah, we
concession,
didn't get a match. We got a fight.
Fatu hits Rhodes through a table, and I tell you, people, they went from up into the stands, into the concessions, back where they're making drinks, and then they come all the way back down the steps, and they're fighting. And who shows up?
Our WWE champion,
Who shows up, Billiam?
the chosen one himself, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre slams both of these cats through a table, hits Fatu through a table. After hitting a little low blow, Rhodes hits him through a table and stands strong. And Drew goes into the ring and stares down the camera, and
I
no
feel like
comment.
I feel
That's,
like
that's
that
how
was
we started off Saturday Night Main Event, everybody.
I feel like that was the only way to end that segment was for something like that, for them both to go down. Because obviously neither one of them are going to quit. So let's just both throw them off of equipment through tables and call it a day.
I'm not gonna lie, Billy, I was a tad bit disappointed. You know me. I think the like I appreciate the hardcore match. I get it.
I wanted a match.
But you know me, I just want to see
I
some good,
wanted, yeah,
you know.
yep.
So
I felt the same way. So with when Drew McIntyre Shannon Tall, I was just like, well, I guess they're not having a match.
and I just thought it odd, like, okay, when they're trying to separate them, it's it's not like they're telling them get back in the ring. They're telling like, fuck, you gotta go. Yeah, get out of here. And I'm like, well, no, just get them back in the ring and then ring the bell, and then we
Yeah.
can resolve all this. But there
They'll
you go.
they'll they'll feud again in the Rumble. They'll
They will.
cost somebody will cost the other the Rumble. They'll cost
Yeah,
each other the Rumble, I'm sure.
I'm
And we'll
sure.
see them fight at Mania.
Yeah. Kathy Kelly backstage asking Drew, why? ¿Por qué? And Drew just says that he'll do that to anyone who thinks they can just come for his title. So
All right. To the point. There you go.
brings us to our next match. It is the women's tag team championship match. It is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky uh, versus the Judgment Day. That is Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Um, Basically, Liv and Rhea got a big pop. Um, and it was a great match. Io flips out of Pop Rocks. There's a late Rhea
Oh, that
Ripley.
flip was nuts.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes,
Io's
yes.
insane. I'm
Yes.
falling more and more in love with that, with her wrestling and just everything about her. She's so much fun.
Yes.
Rio.
Um,
Rio.
yeah. Then what else? Raquel hits Rhea. Oh, okay, that's right. So Raquel's out there, right? Um, she hits Rhea, who hits the ref once she
Oh
gets
yeah,
hit.
she pulled her out from the ring and
Right.
fell on the ref. That was nuts. Knocked out the ref. I was like, all right.
And then
Got her involved.
Raquel hits Io with a power bomb ringside. That looked fucking just
Tough.
freaking vicious. Just boom.
Yeah.
And then music hits. Stephanie Vaquera coming out, y'all. La Primera. She's coming after Raquel.
No
Boom,
boot.
boom, boom. They fight. Stephanie gets a big dive on her, and they fighting out of there. So she's out of the picture. And then we have this real cool exchange where Liv hits her move as she goes to hit Io. Rhea tags Io. Liv hits it. Rhea comes in, riptide, 3 count, crazy flexible pin where Liv's
Oh yeah,
feet
she was
all
bent
the
in
way
half.
touching the freaking mat.
That's nice.
Winners and still
And still. Yo.
Rhea. That is the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky.
Yo. That was a fun match. That was the only match because I watched it Sunday. That was the only match that got spoiled for me, which I was surprised. So, but even still, I still watched it and it was still
Yeah,
fun.
it was a good match.
Hmm.
Them women put it on the show. Put it on the show and put it on the show. Huh. Brings us to our next match. It is.
Yo, match of the
That
night.
fire. Get that fire out. Woo, it's going to be warm in here. It is AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, versus Shinsuke
Come on.
Nakamura.
Dude, match of the night, easily. Easily.
AJ Styles comes out in a mask. Apparently, it was a throwback to a match in January of 2016, where the last time that AJ Styles and Shinsuke fought, AJ came out in that mask. So that was a little throwback for that. The mask looked dope.
Yeah.
Uh, Look, man, listen, y'all. We've said it here before in this podcast. Every once in a while, you hear two names that are on the card, and you just know fireworks. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, y'all. You grab your popcorn and sit down because you're going to see greatness. And we absolutely did. There's this one little moment. AJ Styles kind of like points a gun, kind of points and
They
shoots a
got it.
gun, and
And put it in
Shinsuke.
his mouth, which is a throwback because they did that back in like Japan in like 2008, the first time they fought each other. Like I saw like a comparison shot, and they were pretty much wearing almost the same kind of outfits or that they were wearing back then too, which is also cool. So they've been doing this for 20 years, kids. They made their debut the same night, Royal Rumble 2016. That was where Shinsuke won the Rumble, I believe.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, but I'm about 90% sure that's going to be, I feel like that's going to be the thing.
If
Maybe
I'm
you're
wrong,
about
comment it down. But
wrong.
so they've been doing this for a long time. So this was a farewell match between the
Absolutely.
two of them because this is AJ Styles' farewell tour.
The match went longer than I thought, but that was a good
Mhm.
thing. Because you have to fill some time for the whole beginning debacle, blah 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 blah. Not a debacle. It's what they want to do. I don't want to sound like a hater, but it is what it is. Let
Right,
me not be butthurt because I didn't get what I want.
right. It's like when I missed out Christian and William Regal in the ECW Championship match. It was a squash match where he just hit him with the unprettier, like right when the match started. 1, 2, 3. I was like, no, I was looking forward to this.
Right.
So
Or
squash
like
matches happen all the time.
Kofi losing the belt in like 7 seconds, where you're like, okay, I know it's Brock, but come on,
Yeah.
come on,
Okay.
come
Come
on.
on. So
Um,
yes,
yeah, Shinsuke was working with kind of a knee injury during the match, so that he couldn't. It felt like he couldn't really pull off some big moves at the end. You got to overcome those things. But the winner at the end of the day,
phenomenal.
AJ Styles,
So good.
great show of respect afterward. And yeah, it felt like a quick retirement tour already. They get the big fist bump.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
AJ bowed to him,
yeah,
which
yeah,
was it was very cool. So
very cool.
hopefully Rumble is not the last time we see AJ Styles. But we'll see in a week.
And we'll get to that. If you want to hear more about what we think about AJ Styles and retirement and all that, go check out one of the other posts. We talked about some SmackDown and some Raws. Go ahead and
Yep.
check it out. We're
Yep.
covering all the bases. We got the who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third. We got
We
bases
got
covered.
it. WWE, we're there. We got it
Oh,
covered.
also, which I also want to throw in a quick little in there. Hey, WWE, if you're listening, when you make, I know it's probably too late to put it in the new game because the new game here, but I think it would be cool if there was a thing where there was some kind of animation that when you set your rival, there's like a rival animation and you can choose like a certain face off. Because I think like if you could choose to do like a gun and somebody catches it, something like that, I think that would be cool animation to put in a game. Like how you can set your champion to like whoa, like an animation. It'd be cool if you had like, oh, select a rival and you had a certain face off thing. I think that'd be cool.
Wrote that down and shot it over to him.
Boom.
There you go.
By the time WWE gets wind of this, it'll be years ahead. Maybe not. No, we're pushing forward. That's why we're the latest and greatest and favorites. Boom.
Factual.
But that brings us to our main event
Yeah.
of the evening. It is the fatal four-way match for the number one contender spot to face Drew McIntyre at Royal Rumble in Riyadh. It is the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer turned into legend, RKO Randy Orton versus the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest versus Mr. Lemon Pepper Steppers himself. Oh, Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. Sorry, Sammy, I didn't have anything cool.
He's the hometown boy.
I
That's
was
his
thinking
coolness
about
for the
I
day.
was thinking about doing like I was because yeah. So sorry, I'm sorry, Sammy. I wish I Usi, but sorry,
Yeah.
Sami
It's
Zayn.
okay. Again, he's from Montreal, so that was his swag for the night. He was a
It's
hometown
like a
boy.
home game for him. It's a home game.
Absolutely.
There we go. There we go. Home game for him. Hometown Sami Zayn. There we go. Big pop, big pop, big pop for everybody.
Mhm.
Um, I simply have a note that says big move action because boy, let me tell you, boys and girls, when you have four cats like that, they're big guys. You're gonna see some, not like big guys, but they're big as far
They're
as
top talent.
their top talent. You're gonna see, they're gonna break out all their big moves. Trick Williams shows up and he gets heat and pop like I want him to. It's going well so far.
Hmm.
On board. This is so great.
Can
And
I
if we
just say that
yes.
going into this match of the four superstars, I'm like, well, I mean, Sami Zayn's not going to win this match. And then we watch this match. Continue.
Yeah. Can I say of the four people I went, you know, if no and because if they hadn't had already put out a whole thing where Sammy's like, I've been in I've been in this company for this long and I've never won a major title. They threw that out and then it's like you put it together where it's like, hey, isn't this the same company that when they knew they were going to India, they put the strap on Jinder Mahal? Could it be could it be that when they go to Saudi Arabia, they just happen to have the other dude who has some ties to it in their thing? So when he won,
Don't
I
do
was
that to Drew. I
I,
mean, I thought about that too, but it's like, don't do that to Drew.
I don't think he will win, but it's enough for him to show up and get the love. Now, if he does win, I was kind of wanting to talk to you about this. Like, it's great we can have this conversation on live. We talk about it now. This is
Love it.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
If Sami Zayn does win, it does have me a little concerned that if they are doing shows in Saudi Arabia, maybe the cats in Saudi Arabia like, hey, we built y'all a stadium. We'd love to see this, that, and the third win. But that sets a precedent for, hey, aren't they doing WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year? So does that mean if they're like, hey, we'll build y'all a stadium for WrestleMania, but we're gonna need to see X, Y, and Z and this and that, and you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
who's really
Little
calling the
influence.
shots for what? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Scratch our back,
that's
I'll scratch
no,
your kind of thing.
that's zero, and I don't want it to come off like that's why Sami Zayn won. It just that's what it can look like.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take anything from Sami Zayn. More than anything, I look at the WWE and I go, why'd you wait so freaking
I
long?
know.
Dude's
Same.
been up for ever. Him and
Yep.
Kevin Owens been up forever, and you've bestowed Kevin Owens with spot upon spot upon spot, and then for some reason, Sami Zayn has just been not,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
just
I agree.
this optics look like. So
I agree.
yeah. Anywho,
Back to the match.
you know who won?
I'll give you seven guesses.
The first six do not count. Oh, let's go to the Royal Rumble and face Drew McIntyre because, hey, everybody, Sami Zayn, after a good long time, I think gets a actual legitimate shot at a big four
Hmm.
to go up against go fight for the big strap. So in what will be a unique kind of home game for them going to Riyadh. It's a dude who's got very has family ties there that's
Hmm.
going to be competing for the strap in a stadium that was built.
Yeah, his tights still have the language on it. Like
Yeah,
he represents every time we see him. So
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be another somewhat homecoming for Sami Zayn in a way. So
Tammy's out there celebrating. Drew McIntyre tries to come out and ruin the day, but
Sami's
nay,
like,
nay,
nope,
having none of that. You get on out of here, and Drew kind of looks like, well, I'm going to take my
spray
belt
him,
and go home. You take your belt and go
shoot,
home. Okay,
spray him,
should
get
have
out of
came
here.
on out of here. What you doing? What you doing? So, as Billiam likes to say, those are them credits, and that's the end of Saturday night's main event.
There it
Uh,
is.
all in all, I enjoyed it. I thought the women put on a phenomenal
Hmm.
match. I thought it was great to see AJ Styles and Shinsuke. I didn't know about their whole history. I mean, a
Yeah, it
quick
goes
Google.
way back.
It also doesn't surprise me. I know AJ Styles spent some good time in Japan and made moves in Japan. So
Yeah.
I'm not shocked that their paths crossed a couple times. And it's Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Again, once you see two certain names on the card, you're just like,
No pun intended, but
yeah, like
phenomenal. Like I
hopefully
say.
you want it without commercials. You know what I mean? You want to just sit and watch them go to work.
Yep.
Only thing I was disappointed with was, man, I just wanted to see Fatu and Cody
We'll
have,
see it.
which makes I was thinking about it too, Billiam, which makes the second time that someone I've really wanted to just watch him go to work went up against Cody Rhodes and they didn't go to work. Now, Grant Oba actually had a match, so he got to go to work, but I just wanted a conclusion.
Yep.
And I just
That'll happen too.
yeah.
Because
So
people are getting upset that WWE is spoiling the surprise entrance by saying Obafemi's going to be in the Rumble. It's like I kind of already put that together since he dropped the belt, but it's
because
like,
it just makes sense. Like,
right, there's other surprises, kids. They're like, look at all
oh,
the faces on the side of the stadium. They're ruining surprises. No, those are just people on the roster. You don't know who's going to be in it.
correct.
It can look. We went back to this. It can literally be anybody.
Correct.
Just be able, and you're in it. So we'll see what happens.
We'll
Come
see what
on,
happens.
Jericho. It's my
All
boy.
right. And that's another thing. Boy, they like to keep. Will Jericho come back this week? Like, well, just stop saying it. Just have him
Yeah,
just throw the clock up and we'll all be happy. Just
great.
stop trying to tease
Give me
this
another
whole.
countdown. That's all I want.
All right, everybody. Well, hey, that was a fun new thing. We got a review. And hey, y'all got a match of the week. Now, matches of the week or something we're gonna be throwing down. We're gonna look and now don't don't there's life happens. We are human. If we're not on it every single week, hey, but hey, we're gonna have some match of the week, and we're kind of piecing them together. Maybe we'll have some matches of the month based off the whole thing. Who knows? But
If
it's a
there's
nice,
matches out there that you like, that you think
yeah,
are forgotten, that we might have, I don't know, we can't remember everything. Let us
yes.
know. Tell us in the
Let us know.
comments. Hit us
Let
up
us
on Instagram. Like we'll get to that in a minute, but just
know.
we're very open to suggestions. We're open to stuff to
Absolutely.
talk about because
Let's just segue into it. Go ahead and let them know how I can go ahead and do it, Billiam. Let's get it. Let's get it.
unintentional segue. Go ahead. First of all, kids, go ahead that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and tell your friends. We're your favorite wrestling podcast. We want to be their favorite wrestling podcast too. You
Yeah.
want to hear more, less of stuff? Let us know down below. You can also find us on Instagram, Section 8 Wrestling Pod. That's where you can give us your suggestions, feedback. I'll talk to you there. Kills will talk to you there. That's where we'll hear about a match of the week's coming up, so you can do your research before we talk about it, so you can be like, "Oh yeah, I do remember that part of the match." You can also find us if you want to just listen on Spotify and Apple Music.
Woo! Man,
New stuff coming all the time.
Saturday Night Main Event. We do have just a little bit of time. What do you think of Saturday Night Main Event?
Oh, I agree. Like it was a solid show. I too was disappointed that we didn't get the first match, but it will happen. This is just a feud that's going to get bigger, and they're only going to have bigger matches. So, I mean, they're going to have at least a match because they still haven't fought in a match yet, but it'll happen. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Like the women showed up.
Yes.
I the whole time I thought I could have gone either way, and I would have been happy either way. AJ and Shinsuke, because I watched it before I watched SmackDown, was a surprise match that happened. So we talked about that in the SmackDown review, kids. But yeah, that match was match of the night. I couldn't get enough of it. And then the Fatal 4 was also a surprise. So even all this time that we've been watching wrestling, we're still surprised and they'll throw curveballs at us who we won't think will win. So all in all, it's a pretty solid show. I'm looking forward to the Rumble. Like I said, it's my favorite event of the year.
Ooh, on my birthday. Y'all should check out the Royal Rumble. It is also one of my favorite events. I used to have Royal Rumble birthday parties based off it, and I'm gonna do it
Gonna
again.
do it
Hey,
again.
I'll do it again. Hey, hey, and speaking of great shows, we appreciate y'all for coming by and checking out our great show, coming down and checking out our little wonderful corner of the internet. We hope we made you laugh. We hope we made you smile. We hope we made you think about some wrestling. And if you did, like he said, go on ahead and let us know. But I got things to do. He has things to do. Y'all have things to do. So we're going to go ahead and check out for the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I am Billiam.
And hey, we're going to see y'all on the next one.
Good night, y'all.